This Coast to Coast Entertainment Network program is brought to you by Beside Me Bracelets. Our bracelets are handmade for any occasion. Use the promo code Coast to Coast for 15% off. Visit their website at besideme.com. Suzanne's Paparazzi Jewelry. With 24-hour shopping available, use the code 160920 and show her some love, like she showed us. Reaper Apparel Company, a commitment to live your most authentic way every single day. Visit reaperapparelco.com for more information and a look at all of their apparel offerings. And by Good Day Embroidery, your local source for custom embroidery, screen printing, and more. Log on to gooddayembroidery.com for more information.
Hello and welcome to another edition, Week 8 edition of Primetime Blitz. I am Big B, joined by my fellow co-host, Crispy Bacon. How you doing today, bud?
Doing good. Glad to be here. Another week of NFL football, and it's been a fun year.
Yeah, it's been very interesting. And then down there, the rookie Kevin Cherry. How you doing, bud?
I'm doing pretty good. Great to be here. Great to get another week of football going.
Yep, and we're just missing Primetime Oos. I know he wasn't feeling good today. That's why Rankin was postponed, but hopefully he jumps on. But if not, the show must go on, as they say. So, Week 7 in the books. Recap. I know one team's riding high. I know one team's really stinking it up, and then you got the Cowboys. So, Chris, what about your Cowboys?
Yeah, we dominated Washington this week. I think a lot of people thought we would win that game, but the way we won it was kind of, surprising. You had an interception. You had a couple of sacks on Daniels. You had him go out with an injury. It was a good game. We'll just have to see what happens this week against Denver.
All right. Yeah, Minnesota. What can I say, not say? I think everything's been said through the media, especially here in Minnesota. Kevin, you can probably attest to it, but they don't know what direction they're going. The offensive line can't protect. They don't know who's going to play quarterback. I know a lot of fans want to see JJ in. I know some are just saying, hey, throw in the third string quarterback. What do you got to lose? Keep Wentz in. I mean, until we get that offensive line shared up, healthy, I just say, not that I want to see Wentz get hurt, but I just think you go with Wentz. I think go with the experience, and let him play, let JJ get healthy, let Bosner learn, and, and we kind of shoot for next year. So, but let's talk about the shocking team of the night, the reigning 4-game winning streak, the Chicago Bears. Kevin, you gotta be happy.
That defense, they're holding their own like they have been, and they're getting better week by week. Our offense has, also been pretty steady. I'd like to see Caleb Williams, connecting a little bit more on those long balls instead of these short 2-yard passes. Because, you can go 21 for 30 all day with 198 yards, but you're throwing 30 passes that are 2 or 3 yards, every time. If it works, it works. But I think the biggest topic right now has got to be that run game. It has been hot. DeAndre Swift, I think the last 2 games has like 270 total yards combined. Almost 300, and that's crazy. And then Kyle Monangai looked really good last week as well, breaking loose couple big runs there. But yeah, we got a tough matchup this week with the Ravens. Because I think there's possibility Lamar returns. So if he returns, then it ain't gonna be an easy matchup. And plus, they also have a big dude in the backfield named Derrick Henry, who isn't easy to tackle. So our defense is definitely going to have a run for their money this week.
Yeah, I know. And going into the season 2, everybody was speculating that Ben Johnson would get rid of Swift because he got rid of him in Detroit, didn't like him. So, but he's doing good there. So, it's good to see the Bears, shock some people. It's always nice to see a team shock, and I think we got a few teams this year that are in that category where we didn't expect them to do good, but they're definitely holding their own. So,
so you mean the Panthers and Jaguars?
yeah.
The two teams I predicted to do good this year, who are both on the
Panthers,
outskirts of playoffs right
Jags, I mean the Colts. There's a handful of teams out there that everybody did put in the playoff picture, and I'm one of them. So, but with that being said, Chris, you got a little history lesson for us?
Yeah. So on this day, I believe it was in the 30s. The Philadelphia Eagles, and no relation to the baseball team, Brooklyn Dodgers, were the first televised NFL game.
Whoa. Gotcha.
And
That's
it was
good.
on
I like that
NBC.
one.
Yeah.
Yep. No. So, yeah, Brooklyn Dodgers versus the Eagles.
I just think television has come a long way.
Well, television's come a long way. Sponsorships and where you can watch things. I mean, everything's come a long way. So, but if Prime Moose doesn't come up with his Prime 5, I got something we can talk about later because I kind of been mulling over it when I saw I don't know, somebody put up a meme about it. But anyways, so Kevin, let's get with your one tough question.
Yeah, I think Prime Moose would have liked this one. Unfortunately, he's not here to join us currently. But this is more of a opinionated question. So, who are the top 3 sellers by the deadline?
Wow, that's a good one. NFL's always tough because it's it's a short season. The trade deadline is middle of the season, which people still can still be in the playoffs. I mean, I would think that the Jets might top that list. I mean, the Dolphins, maybe the Ravens if they can't turn it around. The Saints, I think those 3, looking at their records, are kind of out of it. But again, we've seen stranger things happen, with the teams. But I would say those 4, maybe not the Ravens so much because they got some good players, but I think the Jets, Dolphins, and Saints. I think if you could move some veteran cap, get some picks, I think that would be working for them. So, Chris, what do you think? Teams that might be sellers at the deadline?
Raiders might. Dolphins definitely. Jets are one of the definite teams. I'm sure those 3 teams are. And then going down the list, you could probably think of others.
Well, yeah, but it's always tough. I mean, so Kevin, what's your thoughts?
Yeah. I'm gonna go by 3 of the most speculated teams I've heard since about week 3. You got the Dolphins, who are talking about a complete rebuild.
Yep.
You got the Saints, who are talking about shipping out Kamara, shipping out Chris Olave, shipping out Rashid Shaheed. And then another team I want to throw out there, because they were talked about at the beginning of the year, is the Bengals. They were talking about getting rid of Trey Hendrickson.
Yep.
And I think that would be a big sell. But yeah, I think I agree with you guys on the Jets as well. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Garrett Wilson and Sauce are both gone. It sounds like both those are the 2 big names, and Breece Hall. So I wouldn't be surprised if those are the 4 teams that you hear all the news about. I'd like, if I want to say, I'd like for buyers, I'd like to see the Bears maybe go in on maybe a corner since we have so much, corner injuries right now. So hopefully I'll hear them in some talks.
That team right there, the Bears. I think you nailed it. I think if the Bears could go out, get a Sauce Gardner from the Jets, or get a defensive back, and I mean even maybe score a receiver, or even bolster up that defense even more. Give away some picks and kind of semi go all in this year. I think
I would realistically, if I want to see the Bears go after a corner, I think he's a corner. I'm not sure. He might be a safety, but even then, we still need help at safety because Brisker's not been healthy all year. I'd like to see him go after Minkah Fitzpatrick from the Dolphins.
Okay,
that'd be a great pickup. I mean, heck, go after Sauce and Minkah. I won't complain.
Yeah, well, that's the whole thing. Go after him, get him. And
yes.
like I said, semi go all in. I mean, and if you don't win it this year, you've got a strong team for next year.
Yeah, I mean they have a chance. I mean, looking at the rest of their schedule, it's gonna be tooth and frickin' nail.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you got 5 more division games. You got the Bengals, Browns. You got that division. You got the Eagles still. It is not gonna be easy.
No.
You got I think you got to have a top 10 hardest schedule going down the line.
Mm-hmm.
And it's gonna show how good their defense is. It's really what it's gonna come down to. And their offensive line is gonna need to step up. So, but yeah, that is the one tough question.
That's a good one. I like it. I definitely like it. So getting into, I mean, was there anything else outstanding this week? I mean,
yeah,
the Niners I think got hurt again. So I mean, that's probably not a shocker to anybody.
I got the Mike Evans possible year-ended injury.
Yeah.
But I also wrote
because he's consistent. I mean,
yeah,
that's going to be tough there.
I also wrote down that Quinn Ewers gets an appetizer of NFL play.
Okay.
So Quinn Ewers got some NFL action this past week.
Gotcha.
And there's talks that he could be starting pretty soon. So.
All right. No, that's good. Actually, I got something. I know it happened in the Minnesota game. I know we've all seen the highlights. The catch, non-catch for T.J. Hawkinson in that game. You saw the replay. Then they showed, a lot of people are posting the Travis Kelce catch, non-catch the week prior in their game when it was ruled a catch when it hit the ground. TJ's doesn't look like it hit the ground, but then they roll it a catch. Kevin, what do you think? I know you kind of watch a lot of clips over the weeks. I mean, what do you think?
Yeah, surprisingly, out of every clip and everything I've watched, I did not see that. That's the one thing I did not see. I didn't even see the Travis Kelce thing either.
But I did hit the ground. I mean,
yeah, I did hear about it. I got notifications about it. It seemed like he was pretty pissed off, is what it sounded like.
Yeah, he was. So they should be. But, Chris, what do you think? If you saw the clips,
yeah, I haven't, but I mean, here in Dallas with the Dez catch, no catch kind of thing, I've seen catches like that a few times, and it's more of a judgment call, I think.
Yeah,
you can use replays that maybe further determine your case or lack thereof a case, but I think it's more of a judgment call.
My whole thing is I thought it was a catch. I mean, I know the Vikings are my team, but you know what? Don't let the refs dictate the game. You're down in the red zone 6 times. You had 5 field goals, 1 touchdown. You had a couple touchdowns called back because of stupid penalties. That's my thing is don't let the refs dictate the game, and they did. I mean, throw the ball better so he doesn't have to lay out like Superman. I mean, I've seen the Vikings do that a lot this year, overthrow players, throw it high, so they had to break their stride and stuff. So play better.
So They throw hospital balls.
Yep, exactly. Yep. All right, so let's get into it. Let's get into tomorrow's game. Speaking of the Vikings, short week. They're 3-3 going against the Chargers, who are 4-3. Chargers are favored by 3.5. I'll go first. Chargers are winning, flat out. Not even. There's nothing to discuss about this game. So, Chris, who you got?
I'm going to go opposite of you and go Minnesota. I feel like Minnesota can win on a Thursday night and maybe shock. No pun intended. Shock Los Angeles.
Well, I hope so, but I just that short week and their health issues, I don't see it. Kevin.
Yeah, I was gonna say that'd be music to Brandon's ears if the Vikings pull that one off, but I'm gonna have to second Brandon's pick there, and I'm gonna have to take the Chargers.
All right, and I did get Messeround's pick in the chat. He's also going to the Chargers. So, Chris, we'll start with you on this one. We got the 0-7 Jets versus the Bengals are 3-4. Bengals are favored by 6.5. Chris, who do you have?
Cincinnati's have had problems. Yeah, Cincinnati has had problems, this season in the past. Jets, we know they've had problems all year. Unfortunately, they're going to continue to have problems all year. I got Cincinnati on this one.
Got the Bengals. All right. Kevin, who do you have?
Well, yeah, they're going to continue to have problems because they're starting Tyrod Taylor this week. But I'm taking the Bengals, and I'm making it my lock.
Is that a for sure they start Tyrod Taylor?
I mean, if you look at fantasy football, they got Fields at 0 points projected and Tyrod Taylor like 16.
Gotcha.
So I'm just going off that, and I'm going to guess they're probably
I would say you're probably right. I saw there was rumbling. So Meswell's taking the Bengals, and I'm going to take the Bengals.
I think I need to change my quarterback thing because I think I had Fields.
Well, you better.
No. You should keep them in because you need to lose.
All right. So we got the next game: the Bears at 4-2 versus the Ravens at 1-5. Ravens are favored by 6.5 on this game. Kevin, your Bears.
I'll tell you what it's going to come down to. It's going to come down to Lamar plays or not.
Okay.
And if Lamar plays, the Bears lose. But if Lamar doesn't play, I think the Bears, they have a chance. And I'm risking it for the biscuit. This is the one game that I did a lot of research on. I was looking up this for probably about an hour today. And I'm taking the Bears for the upset.
Okay. Messerod, of course, he's going to take the Bears. I'm taking the Bears as an upset. I think I don't think it really matters if Lamar plays or not. I mean, he's still going to be. I mean, it's football. You're never 100% after the first week or so. But we'll see. That might be a game of the week right there. So, Chris.
Yeah, I got Chicago as well. Normally, I think in any given Sunday, so to speak, I think Baltimore, with the talent they have and the coaching staff they got, it would be Baltimore, but they just haven't looked the same, and I'm going to Chicago.
All right.
But it could be a trap game.
Is that a clean sweep?
Right now it is. We just got to wait for Tim.
Wow.
I don't have Tim's pick. So, but the Dolphins at 1-6 versus the Falcons 3-3. Falcons are favored by 7.5. Man, I'd like to see Dolphins turn it around, but I have a feeling this is going to be the Falcons game. Again, a game that might be low scoring. You just never know. But I'm going Falcons. Chris?
Yeah, I'm going to Falcons too. They've been playing well this season. Unfortunately, Miami hasn't played all that well. Whether it be the end of this season or a few weeks down the road, I think you're gonna see a new coach in Miami.
All right, next, Kevin.
It's all going to come down to which Falcons team shows up. Mm-hmm. Is it the team that went out there and what was it? They killed the Bills, right? They destroyed the Bills. I think it was.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Or are we going to get the team that put up 10 points? But I think either way, the Dolphins, they have, Darren Waller's, he's on the IR now, so they lose him. So now you pretty much just have Jalen Waddle. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take the Falcons in this one.
All right. And mess around. I was also taking the Falcons. So right now, outside the Thursday game, us four have all picked the same, and I don't think it's going to change after this game. We got the Bills at 4-2, favored by 7.5 over the Panthers that are 4-3. Kevin, we'll start with you.
I'm taking the Panthers. I'm just kidding. I'm taking the Bills.
Ah,
All right. Mess around's also taking the Bills. I'm going with the Bills too.
Yeah, I am too.
Chris? All right. All right.
I just had to do that, Brandon.
I know you did. I know. Well, this is where it's going to change because I know Mess around's pick. I know my pick. So it's not going to be a clean sweep. We got the 49ers 5-2 versus the Texans at 2-4, who are favored by 2.5. I'm making this my lock. I'm going the 49ers in this game. Chris?
I'm not making it my lock, but I'm also going as the 49ers.
All right. Kevin?
Well, it's pretty close to a sweep there, Brandon, because I'm taking the 49ers as well. Mac Jones is playing phenomenal. It's hard to bet against that guy right now.
It's hard to bet against him. It's hard to bet against Lawrence. I mean, Daniel Jones, exactly. Yeah, you're right. We got the Giants. Oh, I'm sorry. Mess around was taking the Texans. So
damn mess around.
Yeah. We got the New York Giants 2-5, who most likely has one or both rookies of the year, I guess. I mean, maybe they do it, but I think the rookie of the year is in New York. Versus the Eagles, who are 5-2, 7.5-point favorites. Chris, your division, we'll let you pick first.
Yeah, and the question is which rookie? Because don't they have two rookie standouts?
Yeah. Yep. The Scadaboo and Dart.
Yeah, so it depends.
I think it's Scadaboo's award to lose, but so who you got, Chris?
But with this pick, I'm picking Philadelphia, and that's sad.
All right.
He said that's sad. It's gonna be another game. Which Giants are you getting? Are you getting the Giants that had the big upset of the year, or are you getting the Giants who can't put up 10 points a game?
Yep.
But I'm taking the Eagles again. But I think and you know what? I'm gonna say it. I think everybody's overlooking the Giants in this game because the Giants play the Eagles really good every time.
That whole division plays good. I mean, Chris could testify for that. That whole division they play up. Mess around is taking the Giants in that game. So
of course he is.
Yeah. So next game we got the Browns at 2-5 versus the Patriots 5-2. Patriots are favored by 6.5. Kevin, who do you have in this game?
Personally, I think this could be game of the week.
Ooh.
Personally, the way that Browns defense is and the way the Patriots offense is playing, I think you're in for a really good game. But when we're talking about people you don't want to bet against right now, Drake May is one of those guys.
Yep.
So I'm going Patriots.
All right, mess around is also going to Patriots. I'm with you. I think this could be a good game. Everybody's probably thinking if they watch this, how can this be a good game? You got a 5-2 team versus a 2-4 team that doesn't have a quarterback.
Browns defense. That's how.
Browns defense is good, and Gable hasn't been bad. But I'm going to Patriots in this one. Chris?
Yeah, I'm going to Patriots too, and I kind of had that question too when you guys said it. It's like, how is this going to be a good game again?
Yeah.
But I'm going New England.
All right, we got the Buccaneers at 5-2. Of course, going to lose Mike Evans. They're 3.5-point favorites over the Saints, who are 1-6. I'm going to Buccaneers because the Saints. Yeah, they're in that talk now that what are we going to do? Where can we get that spark plug? So they're a mess right now. So I'm going Bucks. Chris?
Yeah, I'm going Tampa Bay as well. But normally in a place like the Superdome, it sometimes it's hard to win there. The crowd theirs can be tough, and being that it's a division rival, uh, it's going to be a tough game. But I got Tampa.
Kevin?
Well, not only are the Bucks losing Mike Evans, but they don't have the running back again this week. Bucky Irving, yep. And they also don't have Chris Godwin. And I don't know if Mbuka's even going to play because he's questionable still, too. So you're talking about Sterling Shepard being your number one option right now.
Yeah.
And last time I checked, Sterling Shepard hasn't been relevant since he played for the Giants. So but somehow with Baker Mayfield being literally the Tom Brady of the NFL right now, apparently, can make any team good with crappy receivers, which he's been doing all year because his receivers have been injury prone. I take the Bucks to win this, but I got them winning by 10 plus.
You got who? The Bucks?
Yeah, I got the Bucks winning by 10 plus against the Saints.
All right. So, we got the Titans at 1-6 versus the Colts at 6-1. This is in our record books. This is going to be ESPN's lock of the week because they are favored by 14.5. The Colts are.
Holy crap!
Kevin, we'll start with you.
Well, ESPN, there's some smart people because if I could have, this would have been my lock of the week. But I already took the Colts earlier in the season for my lock. But personally, I think the Colts don't win by that much. I think the Titans will cover that. But I do got the Colts winning.
Okay. Meswell's taking the Colts as his lock. I'm also taking the Colts. Titans. I hope it's a close game. I hate to see the big blowouts, but I don't know. Chris?
Yeah, I got this game as a lock. Winning team wins by 4 or by 3, and I'm taking the Colts to be my lock.
You're taking the Colts as your lock. All right, so we got 3 locks on the Colts here.
Well, Brandon, apparently we didn't get the memo.
I guess not. That would have been something if we all would have picked this as our lock. That would have been
crazy.
But Tim's chiming in through Messenger here. He woke up. I told him to hop on, but he gave me his picks. He's got the Colts. Shocker there. So
yeah, that's a shocker.
Yeah. That being said, we got the Cowboys 3-1 versus the Broncos 5-2. Broncos are favored by 3.5. Chris, it's your team. I'll let you start. Who do you got?
Yeah, this one I've been kind of going back and forth only because, both teams have been playing well this season. I'm going to go Denver.
Oh, going Denver. All right. Tim is also going Denver. Kevin, it's up to you.
Yeah, kind of what Crispy Bacon said there. This was just as hard as the Bears-Ravens game to pick because, again, it depends on which Denver defense you're getting and what Cowboys offense you're getting. So I think this potentially has a chance to be game of the week as well. Mm-hmm. I think, you got the return. You got CeeDee Lamb back now. He was back last week, but he's back. Patrick Surtain's gonna give him a run for his money. But it was hard to pick. But I got to go Broncos.
All right.
Well, and it's going to be hard too because of the altitude.
Oh yeah, Denver's got the highest altitude, don't they?
Yeah.
All right. So just finishing up here. Mess Around has the Cowboys. So So the Sunday night game, we got the Packers 4-1-1, 3.5 points favorite over the Steelers, led by Aaron Rodgers at 4-2. I'm going Pittsburgh in this one. I think Pitt's defense is good. I think Rodgers might be dialing it in with some of those receivers, especially Metcalf. So I'm going Pittsburgh. Chris.
I got Green Bay in this one. It's kind of interesting, the teacher versus student, so to speak. Teacher being Rodgers over in Pittsburgh. You got the student, so to speak, with Jordan Love. So it should be fun.
All right. So you said Pittsburgh?
Green Bay.
Oh, you went Green Bay. Okay.
Yeah.
Tim is taking the Steelers, so he just not making his family happy, especially his brother. So Kevin, who do you have?
Here's a fact for you. If and I'm pretty sure this is what I read earlier. If Aaron Rodgers beats the Packers, I think he's the first player since Tom Brady to beat every team in the NFL.
Okay.
So, but I don't see him doing it. I'm taking the Packers.
All right. And Mess Around is also taking the Steelers. So I got Tim Hendricks chiming in. So Vader versus Obi-Wan. Oh yeah. I get it now. Okay, I get it now. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody type it in one letter at a time, Aaron. So anyway, so Monday night game. We got the Commanders at 4-3 versus the Kansas City Chiefs at Commanders at 3-4, Chiefs at 4-3. Chiefs are 12.5 point favorites. I am going with the Chiefs. I think this might be a very good Monday night game. Kansas City's not who they used to be, but again, you can't really count off the Chiefs on these primetime games. Chris, who do you have?
So for the Monday night game, I have Kansas City winning this one. You don't have Jaden Daniels in this game. He's ruled out.
Oh, is he ruled out? Okay.
Yeah. And it's in Kansas City, so home field advantage.
All right. So Tim is also going Kansas City. Kevin, who do you have?
Yeah, this is going to be a blowout. I'm taking the Chiefs as well.
All right, that's
like what happened in Vegas.
It might be worse.
So,
who are the locks for them for Mess Around and Tim? Who are their locks?
Tim took Messerall took the Colts as his lock. And then Tim is taking the Ravens over the Bears as his lock.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, Tim's also taking the Jets, Falcons, Bills, Niners, and Giants, the Patriots, and the Buccaneers. I think his first pick we got to was the Colts.
Who wants to break the news to Tim that he's the only one bidding on the Ravens to win that game? Everybody else has got the Bears.
The only one bidding on the Jets to win too. So
yeah, he's also the only one taking the Jets.
Yeah. So, all right. So since Tim's playing a little hooky today, I know he said his alarm he wasn't feeling good too. So, but I came across this meme or something, a little video clip of Patrick Mahomes draft day. As we know, in 2017 was he drafted? Yeah, 2017.
Oh, trust me, I know all about that one.
Yeah, it was 2017. So we know he was taken 10th. How far so let's say there was no trade. We're not redrafting the first 9 spots. Okay, so we're starting at number 10 with the Buffalo Bills. If there's no trades, where does Pat Mahomes go? So, all right, I don't have the rosters in front of me, so I don't know who the quarterbacks are at these times. So, but But the Bills, I'm assuming, I think Allen was still there at that time in 2017. So
No,
I don't
thought
think
he
the
was in
Bills
18. He was drafted.
was it a year after.
I thought it was 18 he was drafted.
Okay. It might be. I don't know. Like I said, I don't have the look. So, would the Bills trade
I don't
or draft? I mean, what do you think, Kevin? I mean, do the Bills, if there's no trades, you have to take, do they trade Mahomes or draft Mahomes or,
You know, the thing about the Patrick Mahomes is nobody thought he was going to be that good coming out of college.
Exactly.
Nobody thought he was going to be the guy he is right now. Nobody thought
Exactly.
that. That's why he was
Exactly.
taken where he was taken.
Yep.
He could have gotten taken a couple picks before by Chicago.
Chicago had the third pick or second pick, Trubisky.
Yeah, and we took Mitch Trubisky.
Yep.
And I don't know if you know this, but we took him over Deshaun Watson and Patrick Mahomes.
All right, so Tim's chiming in. Tyrod Taylor was the quarterback in Buffalo at that time.
Yeah, and Nick Foles was the quarterback for the Bears.
Yeah.
So
at 10, I mean, what does Buffalo do? Do they keep him, or do they draft somebody else? I mean, then you got the Saints after, who has Breeze, but if Mahomes is there, I mean, granted, like Kevin, you said, Mahomes wasn't projected to be this high. So it's easy for us to take our time machine and go back and be like, man, if I'm the Saints, I'm taking Mahomes to learn behind Breeze. I mean,
or if you're Chicago, you take him at 2.
Well, like I said, we're not messing around with the top. We're not messing around with the top 9 picks.
Yeah,
so,
I mean,
after that, go ahead with the Saints. I mean,
yeah, if you're the Saints, I guess you can't see
the future. Saints still have Breeze, Tim. Yep. So, I mean, do they draft Mahomes as his successor? I mean, and after that, Houston, who drafted Deshaun Watson, I mean, if Mahomes falls to them, I mean, what does that look like?
Just imagine how good Houston would be.
I think everybody that was in position for Mahomes looks back now is like, dang, we should have got him. But at the time, you're going, oh, I don't know.
Well, yeah, I mean that's the case. I mean, we could look back and redraft this. Cleveland's not going to pass on Mahomes. They had the first pick. They got Myles Garrett though, so they might stick with Garrett. We know Chicago ain't going to pass on Mahomes.
No, Mahomes is gone too. If Cleveland doesn't take him,
and then after that, at 3 you got San Francisco. You got the Jags at 4. You got Tennessee at 5. You got the Jets at 6. You got the Chargers, at 7, who I think has a young Herbert still, so they're not going. Carolina, they draft McCaffrey. I mean, if Mahomes is sitting there,
I thought it was. And this was in 2017.
Yeah, 2017. Yep, McCaffrey was drafted by the Cardinals or the Panthers.
Wait, hold up. Christian McCaffrey was in this draft class?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So I still I would look at this as Myles Garrett still your number 1 pick going to Cleveland. You got Mahomes definitely going 2. And then McCaffrey maybe goes to San Fran where he's traded to now at 3. But I'm just looking after
in 2017.
Yeah.
So in 2017, the Chargers quarterback was Phillip Rivers.
Oh, was he? So when did Herbert must have came out the following year then? Or was he a backup?
I can't remember. He was like 19.
Okay. But, after where Mahomes was picked, you got the Saints, you got Houston, you got Arizona, you got Philly, who
Do you think Josh Allen goes to? You said the Saints have 3.
No, the Saints. The Saints had number 11.
Who had 3?
3, the Niners did.
You think the Niners take Josh Allen at 3 if they redrafted?
Is Allen in this draft? I don't think Allen was in this draft.
Thought maybe he was.
I thought he was 18.
Yeah, I thought Josh. Oh,
Yeah,
he might have been. He might have been a year later.
Yeah, but like I said, I mean, if we redraft, your top 3 picks are going to be Garrett, Mahomes, and McCaffrey are going to be your top 3. Allen was 2018.
Okay.
So again, if we don't have trade, Buffalo drafts at 10.
You're in Dallas.
What could have happened there? I mean, I'm looking at some of the other first round picks that nobody really. I mean, T.J. Watt, Pittsburgh at 30. He definitely is going to jump up the ranks here if we go and do a redraft. But I think those are the top 4 that, just looking at it, that if we did a redraft, we're talking about them getting drafted higher. Joe Mixon was in the second round. Maybe he goes in the first. But yeah, no, somebody just brought up that, like I said, a post about how Mahomes, rewrites 2017 draft if he's not drafted by Buffalo. And I'm looking at the rest of the draft. I'm like, God, if he doesn't go 10, does he go to the Saints? Does he go to Houston? Does he go to Arizona? Does he go to Philly? The Colts? There's a lot of teams in that range that definitely would settle their quarterback issues if they draft him.
I think Tim would be A-okay having Mahomes as his quarterback.
Well, I think there's probably 29 teams that would be okay with.
No, I think he'd be okay I think he'd be okay if he had Andrew Luck still.
Yeah.
Kamara went in the 3rd round.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep. I'm just looking at the Vikes. The Vikes' first pick was Dalvin Cook in the 2nd round. They didn't even have a first round pick.
Who did they take in the 2nd round?
Dalvin Cook. So I'm wondering why we didn't have a first round pick. Well, maybe we traded it. I don't know, but that was just a little something that I want to talk about. With that being said, so
Cooper Kupp went in the 3rd too. They're first rounders. Those Njoku, Kamara, Kupp, they're all first rounds.
Oh yeah,
if you redid it.
Yeah, but it'd be interesting to see where he would have fallen or so. But all right, let's get into some fantasy talk here. I got my first fantasy win over Tim's talented team. Finally showed up. Happy for that. So Hendrickson went in the 3rd round. Yep. Yeah, that draft was something special, I guess. So we got Crispy still on top of the Midwest at 7-0. We got Neighbors Old Neighbors, Death from Within, and Primetime Blitz all at 4-3. Tim Hendricks's Italian Turtles are at 3-4, and I'm at 1-6. We got J-Max, Blitz Happy, leading the West at 6-1. The Cannon Falls Bombers at 5-2. Justin's Scary Team and his dad's Mess Around and Find Out are 3-4. And then Tim's Talented Team and Dragon Vipers are 1-6. So with that being said, guys, Kevin, what's it look like for your team this week?
Yeah, of course you're gonna put me on the spot like that. This is how it looks. My 2 top receivers both on a bye. My running backs both on the IR, so I am starting Kamani Vidal and Justice Hill. Those are my starting running backs. Yep. So doesn't get any worse than that. And I'm playing a team that's 1-6. So we're about to get embarrassed, I feel like. But it good thing I had depth at receivers because I traded for a bunch of receivers when I traded my running backs. I could start Rico Dowdle, but I don't know if he's the starting running back anymore. But yeah, I mean, I think we're projected to win. I'd love to be 5-3 after that game, but no promises there.
Well, yeah, looking at that game, Dragon Viper 1-6. He's got some people on the bench that should need to start. I know he has been watching his team, which is kind of getting irritating. But I mean, right now he's got Michael Pittman Jr. on the bench for 13 points. He's got Scadaboo at 9. He's got White at 10, and he's got 4 questionable players and 1 on the IR, 1 on the bye week. So, yeah. So, Chris, you're 6-0 or 7-0.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. You are facing.
Tim's talented team.
Yep. Right now, you are projected to lose by almost 50 points, but you got some guys on your bottom. Yeah, you got some people on the bye, but your bench is not looking
Nico
that
Collins, who's questionable.
Yep.
No. So
You
I got 1 on IR.
You could be having a whole new look
3.
here. Yeah. Yeah, you got to do some.
I got to do some work tonight.
Moving there, so because you got your 3 on a bye, but your bench
Chris,
is
let's get a trade going.
Yeah. Plus, you got a bunch of people out, and so you got to make some moves there, bud.
I need a running back, Chris.
Okay.
So I'm going against the Bombers. I'm looking at mine. It looks like I'm projected to win by 8. I got Penix questionable. I got Judy questionable. I do have to change it for the Bombers because they do have 1 guy on a bye week. So we'll see what we can do there.
So what you're saying, Brandon, is either way you're walking out with a W this week?
Yeah, but the Bombers, the B Squad Bombers are my team. The other one is just, couldn't fail. Tim's team. Let's see here. Where is he at? So Tim will face Justin's scary team. Right now, he's favored to beat him pretty badly, but Justin also has Bucky Irving out, so he's got to fix that. But outside of that, Tim's got a couple questionables, but right now he's projected to have the most points at 120, I think, in the league.
Holy crap, Tim! Hey, someone's got to do Someone's got to do Tim's move.
Yeah, yeah. So, but with that being said, guys, any final thoughts for week 8 as we wrap it up here? Chris?
No, it's going to be a fun week. Hopefully our teams do well, and especially with fantasy. And happy birthday, Big B.
Well, thank you for that. Yep, 48 today, so we begin getting a lot of birthday wishes in. I thank everybody for those. Kevin, what's your final thoughts?
I didn't know it was your birthday, Brandon.
Well, see if you pay attention on Facebook. I mean, not like
I actually do not get the notifications on Facebook. You'd be surprised.
Really?
I don't
get some either.
Yeah.
So.
But so happy birthday to you, Brandon.
Thank you.
I wish you a Vikings win and a fantasy win. That'd be my birthday present to you, even though I don't control either one of them. But just it's the thought that matters.
Yep.
And then, I'm hoping Chicago continues to play the way they've been playing. Go out there, become 5-2 they'd be, 5-game win streak. Keep being competitive in a tough division. Hopefully I can squeeze by a fantasy football win with, my receivers and my running backs all being out pretty much this week. But I'm hoping for a pretty good week. And
So week 8, we're halfway through the season already. Playoff pitches kind of coming to light a little bit for some teams. Some teams still got to work on it. So trade deadline is going to be a big thing. Thank you everybody for the birthday wishes. It was gladly appreciated. But with that being said, keep checking us out. Got some good shows coming up. The World Series right around the corner, starting a couple days, I think. You got the Blue Jays versus the hated Dodgers. So I think a lot of people are going to be going for the Blue Jays. You got
Blue Jays.
You got the between the rope with us three Mondays. Talk some wrestling. You know, me and Kevin get prepared for Grand Slam 7 for here in Minnesota. Can't wait. That show's just get much better. They're hyping it up. Can't wait.
Brandon, were we thinking about doing a show on that Saturday, or I mean that Friday before Grand Slam?
Yeah, we could probably do a special between the ropes. We could talk about that.
Yeah, because I'll hop in for a little bit, and you guys can check out that house that I'll be going in.
Okay.
That WWE house.
We could definitely think it's up in. So if not, we'll do entertainment hour. So you can pop in there too. So with that being said, guys, we'll see y'all next week on Primetime Blitz. Have a good one.
Hey, Brandon, you want to see a cup I got in the other day?